Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I recently made some guides about my favorite division templates, one with my overall division templates, one dedicated to my tank designs and division templates. You can find the link up here. I will also include them in the description of this video. But today I wanted to make a dedicated guide to special forces. This is going to be a short video, there isn't much to talk about. Let's start with Paratroopers. Now, to be completely honest, I very rarely use Paratroopers. I don't particularly enjoy them. I don't find them to be extremely useful unless you're going for some cheesy tactic, which is not really my style. That being said, I find the perfect combat width for the special troops to be 10. It will be the same for Marines as well. 10 is a very flexible combat width. It's a very optimized one. And it's better to keep the special forces small, because usually the cap is not very high. Now, you could work without support companies. You could even go with no support company at all. That being said, I always use the engineer company. I find it to be great value in general, so I always add it to all of my divisions. I find the support artillery to be pretty good value as well. And support anti-air can be very handy, especially if you're going deep into the enemy terrain with your paratroopers. While they may end up in areas where you don't have the air superiority, at that point support anti-air is going to provide great value. The last one is really situational, but you know, since they don't have easy access to supplies, having a logistics company which decreases the overall supply usage can be very valuable. Let's talk about Marines. It's basically the same thing. Again, I rarely use Marines, but it happened to use them in my run with Japan, for example. When you need to conquer a lot of islands, you go for a lot of naval invasions, then Marines can provide some good value. I made the same decision in terms of combat width, and I use the same exact support companies for the same reasons. And for the same reasons, you do not need all of these support companies. Let's say maybe compared to Paratroopers, where to deploy them you need the air superiority, so you're more likely to have the air superiority. With Marines, they may invade islands far away from your land, from your airports, so they are less likely to have the air support when they disembark. I would say that an anti-air support company can be pretty good value for Marines. Finally, let's talk about Mountaineers. These are probably the special forces I tend to use the most, and that is because I play countries such as Italy, Germany, I recently played Turkey. All of them have a lot of mountains, and they start with a Mountaineers template from the very beginning. Now, originally I used a 25 combat width template for Mountaineers, which was specifically optimized for the mountains. Now, if we click on a mountain region, you can see that the maximum combat width is 75. Additional attacks means like reinforcements or multipliers. That is 25. It means that ideally you would want to have a 25 combat width division fighting in the mountains. Now, I recently made a video about combat width. If you haven't watched it yet, please do so. The link will be up here, in which I share my opinion about combat width in general. But, and thanks to some suggestions which I got from you guys as well, I found out that combat width is no longer as important as it used to be, and that in fact it is often better to slightly exceed the optimal combat width in a specific terrain. According to my testing, 27 combat width Mountaineers tended to perform better than the 25 combat width ones I used before. That being said, if you want to make this division 25, it's fairly easy. You just replace one of the artilleries with an anti-air, and your combat width goes down to 25. So it's entirely up to you. 3 artilleries for 27, or 2 artilleries and 1 anti-air for 25. For the support companies, the same things that we said about the other special forces still apply. I would never give up on my engineer company. I like the support anti-air, just in case I don't have the air superiority. It's great value. I always like to have some support artillery to increase the soft attack, and since this division is a bit more offensive, combat width of 27 provides some pretty good soft attack, I decided to further increase the soft attack with some rocket artillery support. The logistics company, again, it's not needed, but mountains tend to have low supplies, so consuming a bit less supplies can be pretty good value in my opinion. Okay guys, so these were my special forces, the dedicated templates. I hope you like them. If you do, please do not forget to leave a like to this video. If you disagree with these templates, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Since I rarely use Paratroopers and Marines in particular, it's very likely that you have some very good designs, better designs to suggest, and if so, please feel free to share them with me. I will include them in my next guide if I like them, of course. And also let me know what you think about the Mountaineers, the combat with topic, and so on. That being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!